What up, my people? Back again for another one. Now, we're gonna break down this character, Dr. Ben, whoever he want to call himself. Still promoting division. He always promote division. Every time I see him, now I mean, he say, color should date color, whatever color you are. Black should date black. Number one, you're not black. You're not the color of black, so stop calling yourself that. You're copper tone. And I'm gonna say it like that. And this character right here, man, he always act like he has the knowledge, but now I mean, man, he creates division. Let's go and get into this.
Is Donald Trump and his ridiculousness may create the very atmosphere
Okay.
that forces black people to get organized.
Okay.
He may force it because he has signed over 23 executive orders
Okay. Sean 23
that
executive
I
orders.
feel
Coding.
directly
23 executive orders. Coding for your number 6.
target black people. And he's only been in office for 4 months. So if you sign 23 executive orders, that ain't all he signed. I'm just speaking of the ones that affect us. So
Okay. Hold on. Let me say something. To target black people. Didn't Biden target black people? Didn't all the presidents target black people? Target the black community. So why you want to rise up now? Man, you should have been rose up. Copper tone people been targeted. So it's not nothing new. Now I mean, man, when you call yourself black though, black is the 14th Amendment de facto corporate citizen. That means you're owned by the state of, well, the corporation of Washington D.C., the United States of America, all capital letters. Go
if
ahead.
you sign 23 executive orders that affect black people, you only been in office for 4 months. That's over 5 executive orders a month. And you only been in office one season.
Coming in is hard.
Okay.
Coming at us hard. And I think he may create the circumstances that force us to fight back. I hate to say this.
Force
and I
us
don't
to
wanna
fight
say
back.
this, but
Okay.
We gotta live in reality.
Live in
There's gonna be a
reality.
lot of police.
Man, where have you been, man? Talk about we gotta live in reality. We've been living in reality. Where have you been? You ain't been nowhere but promoting division. That's it. Nobody seeing you at these rallies or nothing, man. You just on YouTube. You just promoting the division. Come on.
This summer. There's gonna be a lot of
He talk
But I
about.
think he wants to go down in history as one of the most racist presidents in American history, and I think he will. There's still some who are still gonna be much worse than him.
Most racist president in American history. Wow. I'm not saying he's not racist. He probably is racist. But they are racist. Joe Biden was racist too. So, what are you saying, man? Come on.
Yeah. But I think Donald
Sounds
Trump might end
stupid.
up in the top 5, definitely the top 10.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
Wow. So okay, well let's move on because there's so much that we want to talk about. In fact, I'm going to get into.
well, here's the next thing you got to talk
He's a
about.
fool.
David. We have to.
Okay.
Because I think it's the most important thing that's being done to black people in quite some time. And that is on April the 28th. That's only a few days ago. On April
April
the
the
28th,
20th. Okay.
President Donald Trump signed an executive order called the Strengthening and Unleashing of America's Law Enforcement to sue criminals and protect innocent citizens.
Okay.
And I just want to read a couple little excerpts from this executive order. Number 1.
Okay. When have the citizens ever been protected? Number one, stop calling yourself a citizen. If you look up the word citizen and look it up in the Black's Law Dictionary, it will tell you the definition of citizen. So stop calling yourself citizen. See, this man creates division, and he's an Illuminati puppet. He's a sodomite on the masses. Guaranteed.
When local leaders demonize law enforcement and impose legal and political handcuffs that make aggressive enforcing of the law impossible, crime thrives and innocent citizens and small business owners suffer. So what he's saying right there is black mayors in black cities who don't let white police have their way with black people are a problem.
Wow.
If you don't get out the way, if you do not get
Okay, stop calling people white too. They're not white. They're not white. So There's no black, there's no white. Stop it.
Get out the way of these racist white police. The federal government will take you to court and try to strip you of your office. Next, we will protect and defend law enforcement officers wrongly accused and abused. Here we go again, by state and local officials. So
See Norkin, Jersey City up there. East Orange, Maplewood, Union City. Shout out to Norkin. Shout out to Jersey, period.
To protect your people from being assassinated, humiliated, and unfairly incarcerated by the white police structure. Then he said,
Okay.
my administration will work to ensure that law enforcement officers across America focus on ending crime, not pursuing harmful, illegal, race-based equity policies. Listen to that.
Okay.
Harmful, race-based equity policies. So he's talking about...
You're talking about race, dude. You promote the same race. You promote the same racist shit as everybody else. You're no different than BitChute. BitChute promote the same racism people that's on BitChute, that they racist. You got racists that say nigger this, and then you talking about race. You promote it too. When you see a copper tone man with a light, a white woman, let's just say that, but not me, they're not really white. You get mad about that, so you promote the same racism too. Come on, man. Sounds stupid.
He don't care if you don't have enough black police. He don't care if you ain't got enough black police chiefs. This is America. We are meritocracy.
Now, that's the mayor of, I guess, New York City, the sodomite. Man, the one that gave P. Diddy the keys to the city. Sodomite on the masses.
We are a colorblind society, which we all know we're not, which is basically giving white police carte blanche right to murder black with the full support of the government. And if you are accused of unfair action of a black person, we will pay your court fees. He even said they will pay.
They been paying their court fees, dude. Their court fees been getting paid. Nothing new there. Come on. Trying to act like he's smart and he's this, he's that, man, you're just a sodomite who promote division as well.
Police to get legal representation. Then the Attorney General shall take all appropriate action to create a mechanism to provide legal resources and indemnification to law enforcement officers who unjustly incur expenses and liability for actions they can taken during the performance of their duties. Two more, and I'll stop. To provide best practices to state and local law enforcement to aggressively, he uses the word aggressively, General.
Okay.
He uses the word aggressively several times in this executive order. To aggressively police communities against...
They've been aggressively doing that. They've been aggressively patrolling communities. It's nothing new. They've been doing this for a long time. It's nothing new. Give us something that we don't know.
It's all crime. And then he also said that using national security assets for law and order within 90 days of the date of this executive order, the Attorney General and the Secretary of Defense, in consultation with the Secretary of Homeland Security and the heads of agencies as appropriate, shall increase the provision of military and national security assets in local jurisdictions to assist law enforcement. That is to say, Black America is going under a police state. We are going under martial law.
Hold up. Back up. We've been under martial law, dude. Where have you been? Martial law was never redacted. We've been under martial law for over 100 years. So what are you talking about? Come on, man. You can fool them. You can't fool me.
You have to write black, and you don't have to worry about being held accountable by the law. And I think the Shannon Sharp situation was used as a distraction away from these executive orders that Donald Trump has been signing this past week. Wow.
They've been doing that, dude. They've been using distractions to sign orders and pass laws and all this other stuff. Just don't follow them. You don't have to follow them laws. Stop calling yourself a citizen. Stop calling yourself black, and you won't have that problem. I guarantee you. Start filing paperwork to these people. Start filing paperwork to these people. You sitting here talking about all this and haven't done nothing. They haven't done nothing, man. Fool, man. Fool on the masses, man. The world become dumb.
All the evil that they can.
Evil.
Black, all the evil. And all the evil they can. And we've been trying to tell people that we are at war for a long time now. They don't even believe it until they get it upside their own head.
Been at war for a long time.
This executive order is the most aggressive policing federal agenda we have seen since Richard Nixon and Lyndon Baines Johnson when they declared the war on crime and the war on poverty. We ain't seen nothing like this since the 70s. We ain't seen nothing like this since the 70s. And that was as a result of what? The Black Panthers and the Black Liberation Army.
Black
Panthers.
Panther.
Have those types of infrastructures anymore to protect.
Black Panthers was a government operation. Black Panthers was owned by the government, so I don't want to hear about nothing about Black Panthers.
About people, you know. So I would hope that all of the blacks across America will unite. The leadership of the blacks need to have a joint chief of staff meeting. All of them, all the clubs need to come together. Black Panther Party, and they need to come up with an agenda and a protocol to protect our people from the police because they are coming. Remember now, this executive order was only signed 6 days ago. Tomorrow will be a week. Most black people don't even know about it because we so focused on Shannon Sharpe and the NBA playoffs. So we don't.
Wow. Focus on Shannon Sharpe and the NBA playoffs. Wow. Wow. I mean, what else they supposed to focus on? The world's been dumbed down. Been dumbed down. Now it got you want to come in and try to wake people up. Come on now. But you're not waking nobody up. You're promoting division. That's all you do. You promote division, man. You hate to see a copper tone man with the light wheat colored a woman. You hate to see a copper tone woman with the light wheat man color. So you promote division more than the government.
And if you look historically, a lot of times when Congress passes laws that are detrimental to black
historically,
folks,
okay.
and when the president signs executive orders that are detrimental to black folks, they always do it at a time when black people are distracted by some nonsensical social issue.
Wow, a distraction.
So, Dr. Omar, what is our strategy?
Distracted by.
So, as I said,
okay.
all the need to meet. I think all the black communities need to meet as well. The problem with that, Brother Patrick, is we as African people, and I see this as much on the continent as I see here in America, we have been so conditioned to only listen to
from
white
Africa.
people that we're not really interested in coming together for black people. You see this all the time. You see this all the time. Black people might come to the first meeting, but they won't come to the second meeting. Every black person, or should I say most black people, because not every.
Nobody wants to go to the second meeting and hear about division all the day. Nobody wants to hear about division. Bring everybody in. Bring all the people in. Just don't bring black people in. Well, what you call it black, because I ain't black. My skin color not the skin color of black, so I don't care what y'all say. Go ahead and keep calling yourselves black, and y'all go and find out that y'all got no standing in law. That y'all are 14th Amendment citizens. And yeah, Trump could deport citizens, but Trump can't deport U.S. nationals. There's a difference.
Most of our people, and this is a universal thing, it don't matter where you live on earth, most of our people are so conditioned to only obey white authority that they find it almost impossible to hold their attention long enough.
Oh, here we go. Listen. People obey their party. He is absolutely correct. People obey their party, no matter what color they are. People obey the party. Now, like I said before, when Trump was in office, everybody that was Democrat was saying, "Oh, I'm not getting that poison shot, that shot in the arm." Y'all know what I'm talking about. That shot that went in the shoulder. I'm not getting that. But soon Democrat Joe Biden come in, all the Democrats went and jumped on board, like I said before, and went and took the shot. So Don't give me that division crap.
To be part of any serious agenda for black liberation. And I think what's going to happen is when these police start. But here's the thing: before this executive order, we already had a police genocide crisis.
Right.
We already had a police genocide crisis. I mean, the Sonia Matthews, the Sandra Bland, the Tanya Rice, the Malala Cassidy, the Michael Browns, the Freddie Graves. I mean, come on, we've been in this, and for him to sign this,
So the question now is that,
dude, what about the black people, so-called black people like you like to call them, does to the white people like you like to call them? I don't like to call them that, but I'm just giving an example of what he's saying. Do you speak about the opposite? Or nah, man, you just speak about what the white people, so-called white people, do to the so-called black people. Come on, man. The world going down.
what is our black power structure to follow in terms of organizing ourselves, educating ourselves, and actually preparing ourselves for this particular
Man, if you want to educate yourself, don't listen to this dumb fuck. This motherfucker promote division. He's stupid. He's dumb. He don't know what the hell he talking about. Stop with that black and white shit. Stop the division. The only way we're gonna save this country is to stop the division. He's an Illuminati puppet on the masses. Can't nobody tell me nothing. He's a sodomite who's getting paid from the establishment. I can guarantee you that.
As an organization, the first step to change anything is to
Call yourself a doctor.
mention black power structure.
Never call yourself
We
a
don't have
doctor.
a black power structure. And what I mean by we have a white country.
Go look where the word doctor came from.
So, you know, the NAACP, the Urban League, the Al-Sharpton,
No, the NAACP and all them people work for the government. They're fakers on the masses. Yeah, they always want to come in when George Floyd or whatever. I mean, I think that George Floyd shit was a hoax anyway. Ask me, but they always want to come in and talk about NCAAP of colored people. No, stop that. Stop that division.
but they're controlled by white people. If we're talking about black power structure, we don't have that. You know, we have a lot of people on YouTube running their mouth, but they're not engaged in any works in the community. They're just YouTube celebrities. We don't really have grassroots activists that are well known the way that we used to. But what we need to do is we need to start reading.
Who was it that we used to have? Give me a name. Used to like when? Please tell me. Please tell me when we used to have it. Someone.
Including grassroots activists who are not well known and bring them into the organizational structure.
Okay, not well
The
known.
biggest problem you're going to have, though,
What did they do for us? Nothing.
by white people too.
I was about to say.
It's too many black activists are being financed by enemy sources. That right there is going to be one of your biggest issues.
I was going to say, because if we find organizations to join, won't they know the same thing that's going on there? Because they'll have moles, they'll have plants, and they'll know that when they come
Wow.
I think we have more informants than we have loyalists.
Wow.
And then if
More
you join
informants
the
than
organization, then
loyalists.
won't they be coming after you as an enemy of the state? I mean, you personally, but I mean, those that...
Man, they would have been came after him already. He's a puppet. They would have been got him already. They would have been took him out. They would have been took him off the scene already. Dumb on, man.
Well, check it out. Donald Trump has made a provision for that too, because although this is not a resolved issue, I'm sure you guys have heard the reports from the media over the past week that Donald Trump has intended, and I didn't see an executive order per se on this, but he intends to deport American citizens.
Okay.
And
See, here we
at
go.
least one house of Congress has voted to support that, but I don't think the other.
Well, He can deport you. I guess he can. If you keep calling yourself black, you call yourself a 14th Amendment de facto citizen. You call yourself an amendment. So I guess he can. I guess he can deport you. He can't deport me because I'm not a 14th Amendment citizen. I'm not black. I'm not a U.S. citizen. I'm a U.S. national, and I'm gonna say that from the bottom of my heart.
How's that going to get?
Shit, I'll make a flag.
They passed a law making it illegal for him to deport American citizens. People like me will be on the chopping
Oh
block.
yeah, oh yes, you will be on that chopping block. The way you talk, you keep calling yourself a citizen. Yeah, because you're a citizen. Stop calling yourself a citizen, and you won't be on that block.
No, because of my popularity and seriousness within my
Your
work.
popularity, dude. They know who you are already. You work for them, dude. And your popularity. You are popular at promoting the vision. That's it. That's the only reason you're popular, because you're popular at promoting the vision.
So
Dude.
they'll just support a lot of stuff. They couldn't do that in the 60s. In the 60s, they couldn't support King and Malcolm. They couldn't support, Fred Hampton and Medgar Evers. They could, but now it looks like Congress may actually give the president the ability to deport citizens who they deem to be enemies of the state.
Don't trust nobody in Congress. They all work together. Democrat, Republican, Congress, they all work together. I don't care who they are. They all is in one big club. All of them.
Wow. So that without due process.
Bad situation.
Without due process. Wow.
Let me give you all the silver lining on this. The silver lining. The silver lining is Donald Trump and his ridiculousness may create the very atmosphere that forces black people to get organized. He may force it because he has signed over 23 executive orders.
Keep going back to the executive orders.
Directly target black.
Keep going to that 23 executive orders. That's your coding. Your coding for number 6.
And he's only been in office for 4 months. So if you sign 23 executive orders, that ain't all he signed. I'm just speaking of the ones that are stepped up. So if you sign 23 executive orders that affect black
Dude, is it 23 or 26? Make up your mind.
people, you only been in office for 4 months. That's over 5 executive orders a month. And you only been in office 1 season.
Coming in is hard.
He's coming at us hard. And I think he may create the circumstances that force us to fight back. I hate to say this, and I don't want to say this, but we gotta live in reality. There's going to be
Dude, where you been at?
there's going to be a lot of, and I think that
This guy keeps saying reality. Where have you been at the last 20, 25 years? They've been building up to this point. Now you want to speak up when you feel like you're at your backed in a corner? Even though you're not, even though that's where you get paid from the establishment to promote the vision. But now you want to feel like you backed up in the corner, but you're really not. You're just a sodomite on the masses, man.
that's going to
Come on, man.
take this thing like we've never taken before, because I think there's going to be so many of them that we're going to have no choice but to fight back. I think we
Wow.
can create the circumstances.
Wow.
Very-
So many of them, we have no choice but to fight back. Wow. 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 Dude, and I guarantee you that you won't even be there fighting. Guarantee you won't be there fighting.
the black
If that
people
happens.
stand up and fight back. So
Yeah, I think more. Okay.
let me give you the other point quickly, John.
Yes.
I can almost guarantee you that the next president is going to be a Democrat.
Wow. Now he's talking about politics. See what I'm saying? Now it's Democrat and Republican now. See what I'm saying?
And I can almost guarantee that the next
See?
president will be a Democrat unless the Republicans come out with somebody
Mhm.
very neutral, middle of the road, liberal Republican.
Liberal.
charismatic.
Democrat, liberal, Republicans, all the same shit, dude. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So-called black people love Democrats, I guess. Wow. Listen, I'm not for none of that stuff. I'm not for Democrat, Republican, liberal, uh, NCAAP, and none of that stuff. All that stuff is controlled by the devil.
Donald Trump
Wow.
has laid off so many of the white Republicans who voted for him. With that executive order that he signed to reduce the size of the government and eliminate corruption, that man has fired tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of white Americans who voted for him.
Okay.
So I really don't see the next president being a Republican. So what is that to say for black people? That is to say that we need to have a working steering committee.
Dude, your vote don't count, dude. Presidents are selected, not elected. Y'all go out there and stand that long ass line to vote when your vote don't even count, man. They probably throwing that shit in the trash as soon as your ballot get up there. That they rip it and throw it in the trash. That's what they do.
Act when the next Democrat gets in office.
And he keeps talking about Democrat.
Because all civil rights have been gutted. They have basically been gutted. We are not back in that.
Civil rights been gutted, dude. Civil rights been gutted long time ago. It been gutted, man. Come on, man. What are you talking about, man? Go read some books or something, man, and not them stupid books you reading.
Let me say that.
That's called a division.
Free civil rights movement right now. There are no laws on the books from a federal level to protect black people. So with that,
Listen, black has no standing in law. White has no standing in law. So, I mean, what do you want to do? What do you want, dude? Talking about all this BS, bro. Now you talking about Democrat and Republican. And now we know that you're a Democrat. I mean, you can't want out of the system and still be in the system. That's all I can say. Do you want to be out and be free, or you want to be in the system and still be ruled by somebody who the Democrat, they all work together? All of them.
Being said, we need a steering committee that is going to sit down and look at all the civil rights bills that Donald Trump
Bro.
and say, okay, these have to be put back, but we don't want the same law put back. We want laws put in place that are specifically for the American African.
Bro, laws will never be for you, dude. Get out of that mindset of laws, statutories, and codes and get in the mindset of common law. You're right. Your freedom to pursue of happiness. See? You want a law that's just going to protect you, man. Come on, man. I don't see how people listen to this dude, man. This dude retarded, man. He's retarded.
Not inclusion, not diversity, none of that. The only good thing I see out of this is when these laws are put back under the next administration, which is probably going to be a Democrat.
See, back to Democrats.
Speak only to black people. We need our own law, just like the Native Americans have. If we do not do that, if we let them clump us in with homosexuals and immigrants and all that other junk like
Wow.
and every president.
Wow. We need our own laws, just like the Native Americans. Dude, are you dependent on them to come save you? That's what it sounds like to me. A black man who's just talking about standing up and rising up for power, Black Panther Party style, now need the same people to come write laws for him to save him. Wow. Dumb on.
President has done excellent in Dave Johnson. We're going to go through this whole cycle again. Make them do it over, but make them do it right the next time.
Oh, wow.
That's right. Just like they have anti-Semitic, we ought to have laws that are anti-black.
Absolutely. And to expose Donald Trump's hypocrisy, gentlemen, he did sign an executive order against anti-Semitism.
That's right.
So help me understand. Help me understand how you can.
Of course he did, people. Those people are the devil people. Go in the book of Revelations. Those that call themselves Jews are not Jews. They are the synagogue of Satan. Of course he's going to stand up for the synagogue of Satan. Because he's a Satanist, just like the rest of them. Joe Biden, Trump, Obama, Obama husband, they all the synagogue of Satan.
Gut all the rights that protect black people from racial discrimination. You say America is colorblind and America is the meritocracy. If America is colorblind and if America is the meritocracy, why did the European Jews need their own executive order from?
Wow.
We got to take a break. Our producer, we have to take a break. When we come back, we're going to continue this very spirited, energetic conversation with Dr. Umar Ifa Tunde Johnson here at.
Now, what y'all need to take a break from that bullshit he talking. That's what y'all need to take a break from. It run far away.
You can do so by dialing 215.
This guy promoting division, man. I swear, I hate people like that.
And we'll be right back. Let everybody know that we have Dr. Umar Johnson on this show. That's right. Tell them to call in, tune in, get some information, get some education. That's right, right here. That's what we call this.
You call this education? Wow. There's ways out the system, people. You just got to find that way. And promoting division and calling yourself black is not the way. Calling yourself a U.S. citizen is not the way. Standing up for your motherfucking self is the way. This man want to start a Black Panther revolution. You don't need to do all that no more. File some paperwork. Get it down to get it down to the Washington D.C. They'll leave you the fuck alone.
You grew up in Sunday school. The more you listen, the more you're going to learn. So listen, we're going to go back to our guest on the phone line. So in fact, Dr. Johnson says that he's going to be doing a
Dr. Johnson. Wow. Call herself a doctor. Wow. I guess anybody could call themselves a doctor now.
Malcolm X. And I would love to see that. Oh, I hope that it's on the video. I can see maybe later on. I remember when you was on the Roland Martin show, and the guy, they tried to debate you, but they can't nobody debate Dr. Johnson without getting ridiculous. I saw that.
Debate him for what? About what? About black or white? That's all he talks about. What's the debate? What's the debate? Can't nobody debate Dr. Johnson. Like he gets this superior person to debate. Like, I want to debate him. What are you going to talk about? Black and white? You going to talk about, no, you love the white race. Nobody's into all that shit. We're trying to get out of division. We're trying to get out of racism, and you're bringing us into racism. Dumb on, man. The world going dumb.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look.
I'm used to it. I'm very much used to it. You know, and
wow.
The thing about it is, we saw this come, and I think that unfortunately, this rollback on the civil rights, you know, it was something that we could see, but also I think it's so fitting because America celebrates her 200th birthday.
Wow, the dude's cock-eating Dr. Johnson or whatever. I ain't even calling him doctor. His name's Johnson.
Has signed an executive order for a massive celebration of America, her founding, and America's history. And he has directed the National Park Service to remove all historical markers that speak to the mistreatment of black people by the United States. So when you go to the 250th birthday of America, for those who are going, I'm not going, anything that refers to black people, our contribution, or our enslavement, the greatest crime in recorded history of humanity, it will be removed. He's also signed another
it will be removed. Okay.
I don't know if you gentlemen remember after the massacre at Mother Bethel in Charleston, South Carolina, 9 Africans, including 6 mothers. Yes. There was this whole thing to get rid of Confederate statues. And it was a distraction away from changing the laws. We didn't need statues removed. We need laws changed. But
and it's still going on today. We already know.
He has directed the Park Service to go and find them statues that was removed and put them back or replace them with better, more representative statues of American races.
But they removed the dude, Soldier Lee, whatever his name is, statue out of Virginia. You know what I mean? Dude was a Confederate. They moved his statue, and them people was in the uproar about it. But it happens, man. Don't worry about no statue. Worry about getting everybody together, and not just black and white. Get everybody together, man. It's gonna take more than just a black revolution or whatever you want to call yourself. Black revolution, a copper revolution, and it's gonna take all the people, no division. Stop creating that division. It's going to take all the people. No matter what race you are, no matter what color you are, no matter where you from, to stand up. Until that happens, man, I don't want to hear about no Black Panther Party, man.
From the past. You know, and that other executive order that he just signed on meritocracy and equal opportunity, it guts the civil rights bill completely. He doesn't want anybody talking about it.
He's still talking about civil rights. You never had civil rights. Civil rights is bullshit. Been bullshit. Been bullshit for a long time. So, I don't want to hear nothing about no civil rights, bro.
Race or ethnicity at all. He said America is colorblind, it's the meritocracy, and anybody tries to create any
Ethnicity, okay. Black and white is the only two so-called ethnicities that don't have a destination. Now, I mean, man, you got European, right? You got South African, right? Right, man, you got Samoa, but then you got black and white. I mean, come on, man. I ain't gonna get into this.
provision or policy that seeks to include any group or seeks to prevent the denial of any group of equal opportunity, you will suffer federal repercussions. So I think he wants to go down in history as one of the most racist presidents in American history, and I think he will. There's still some who are still going to be much worse than him, but I think Donald Trump might end up in the top 5, definitely the top 10 of the most racist presidents.
Wow.
We never saw a rollback in civil rights like this since Reconstruction. We ain't seen nothing like this since Reconstruction. The closest thing would probably be when
Dude, how do you know, dude? How did you know when George Washington and them was president, dog? Was you around? Come on, man. How do you know how they was back in the day? Oh, the story they give you from history, huh? Okay.
took office. No, Nixon, when Nixon and then Reagan took office, and whether it was 0-4 between Nixon and Reagan, and they kind of rolled back a lot of the civil rights laws too. But what Donald Trump is doing is almost unprecedented, you know, in at least 50 years.
Unprecedented. Listen, I don't operate myself in that realm. I don't go vote, because if your vote don't count, it's all bullshit. I don't go do none of that. I took myself out of that DC citizen jurisdiction. So, now me, man, if you want to keep following the that DC jurisdiction, that 10 square miles, keep following it. Then you're a citizen. And you're black. I'm not black. Copper tone.
Great to start with.
No, that's a code word. We want to make America white and racist again.
Well, they ain't never stop. So they can get
Right. They never stop.
He's not just attacking blacks, he's attacking everybody. Which means, so for example, he has that birthright citizenship executive order where he says the 14th Amendment, and they actually quote Dred Scott in this executive order. They actually quote Dred Scott, the Dred Scott law of Roger B. Taney, when he said blacks had no rights.
That's the quote, Dred Scott. Give us the whole thing. I'm going to tell you. It's Dred Scott versus Sanford. You know what I mean? Because I study this stuff. And I don't mean I study blacks and whites. I study case law. That's why I said stop calling yourself a 14th Amendment de facto black corporate citizen. Stop calling yourself black. Stop calling yourself a U.S. citizen. Go read up that case law. I done read it. Now, the more you call yourself a 14th Amendment citizen, the more they got control over you.
And white people were bound to respect. But in this executive order, he said that the 14th Amendment never intended the people born on American soil as the children of those who came to America illegally to be citizens. So he's saying that if your child is born in America and you were here illegally, so let's say you stayed past your visa, you stayed past the time you told the State Department, or you snuck over the border, however you got here. If you aren't in America illegally, then your children cannot be citizens. But he's saying citizens can only be born to people who are American citizens at that time. Now, here's the thing.
Well, I'm not a citizen. I'm a national.
On some of these things, we have to step back and look at. He's clearing out everything except white supremacy. Which means that when the next president comes in office, here we go again. They're going to put all that stuff back. The gay agenda,
Okay.
We have to make sure that the Democrats understand that if you want our vote, if you want our endorsement, you have to bring it all back. But you're gonna.
Wow. Wow. He's still believing in presidents. So that's what I'm saying, man. Like, the Democrats come in. If you want our vote, Democrats, that's like buying you, man. That's like you selling your ass just to get something done instead of doing it your goddamn self. Like these people run this damn country. Man, God gave us dominion over this earth. Not a certain type of people. Everybody. He said, be fruitful and multiply. Now, you want to talk about Democrats and Republicans and politics and all that. Those people don't run my life. I run my own life. So that lets me know what type of person he is. You just let me know what type of person he is. He ready to sell himself back to the Democrats.
If the immigrants, they own rights. But black people as the builders of this country, okay? We have rights that are exclusively due to us.
Wow, we didn't build shit. All fallen angel technology we dealing with now. It's nothing about nobody. It's all fallen angel technology, man.
Just like you have with the Native Americans. And as I said before,
wow.
When we had this conversation a few shows ago, the big mistake that our ancestors
he's as stupid as a rock that people listen to him.
The big mistake that our ancestors made, in hindsight, we should have never fought to be a part of America. We should have fought for a piece of America. The Native Americans never fought to be part of America. The Native Americans fought for
wow.
America. They have territories of their own, and they are subject to their own rules and policies under the Bureau of Indian Affairs. This should have been a Bureau of American African Affairs. We should not be subject to the same law as everybody else.
The Bureau of African Affairs.
So we can write history and do it right.
I'm done, man. The Bureau of African Affairs. Wow. Stop calling yourself African American, man. Stop calling yourself black. Stop calling yourself a U.S. citizen. I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm out, man. And anybody who listens to this damn dummy is a fool. You the fool right along with him. Know what I mean? Because he is controlled. He is a controlled puppet by the Democrats to promote division. He's a sodomite on the masses. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm gone.